What's good, Greatness Gang? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another plugin of the week video. And today we're going to be discussing Manny Marroquin EQ. Now, this EQ is brought to you by Waves plugins, and it says it combines 6 go-to hardware EQs into one plugin, specifically some of the frequency curves from Manny's favorite EQs, which include the Neve, API, SSL, Avalon, Motown, or Quad 8. So we're not going to do too much talking about all of the specifics. This is more so a review, letting you hear how the plugins sound on different elements, because it said you can use it on almost anything from vocals, keys, bass drums, guitars, buses, what have you. So I'm going to play some of the track separately, like the kick, the snare, the guitars, the vocals, the bass, and let you see how the plugins sound on each element individually. Then I'll play everything collectively, and it says it has a low CPU usage, so you can load up almost a ton of instances on one mix. So let's get into it. We can start off with the kick. I have two kicks here, so we're gonna check it out how it sounds on each kick. One thing I did not notice when I was playing around with this plugin, like you can boost it a lot without it sounding too distorted or too much. So I'm also gonna boost it pretty high so you can really hear what it does. So basically with the kicks, I'm gonna just look for like the bad frequencies in the boxy areas, remove that, put some low end on it, and enhance the beater. You hear some of the bleed from the room in there. Let's move on to kick number two. Play both of the kicks together and A B the EQ. Now let's check it out on the bass. Let me find a bass first. There we go. See, like even with the bass, you could like really push it to like bring out some more of that harmonics. Let's check it out on the snare. Oops, I forgot to cut the drum. Wait, no, the snare didn't kick in yet. That's why. We got three different snares: the snare bottom, top, and the snare trigger. So I just sent it all to one bus just to mix it all together. And this has some really good smooth filters too, like really subtle. what I like about like the top end, like you really want to push the top end between 10, 12 and a half, 15K. You could like roll off that 18 to 12K range to like just like smooth it out and still keep the instrument sounding pretty good on. Before and after. And that's the thing about already having the EQ point set for you, like the 250, 320, 40, 400, 800. You can like dial in some basic foundational results pretty quickly, which saves you a lot of time and overthinking. Like, really gives you good starting points. Let's check out the main guitars. Me checking the track where both are playing at the same time. There we go. And I love like the high pass roll off because like depending on what you taking out, you can really get rid of those frequencies without the instrument sounding too thin or like it's noticeably that you took something away, especially if you have a really busy mix. The idea is this: you can boost it all the way up to 10 or boost it to 10 to really hear what you like or like what you already hear is there before you boost and you just like, oh, let me just enhance that. Like if you already good with your ears and you could just tell like, that 3.2K range sound interesting. Let me just check and see. And you're like, yeah, I was right about that. I like that range. And then just dial it back to taste or what fits in the mix. And I like how the frequencies kind of like almost overlap or very close to each other. Because like if I'm going to take out some 320 near that 220, 250 range, if I feel like I lost something, just add a teeny bit back to it just to give it some more body. Do the before and after. And especially if you got a good recording, like some stuff just need to be boosted just a few dB. Let's check out a vocal now, a solo vocal.
I looked down my window 1,000 times. Same sweet landscape, always a new sunrise. I'm always surprised. My feet click faster down the concrete path. I head north, but really I wanna head south.
And it just crossed my mind like this will probably be a good tool. These filters probably try to get a telephone effect.
I looked down my window 1,000 times. Same sweet landscape, always a new sunrise. I'm always surprised.
Like a telephone or radio effect.
I looked down my window 1,000 times. Same sweet landscape, always a new sunrise. I'm always surprised. My feet click faster down the concrete path. I head north, but really I wanna head south. My mind always off track.
So you could like do that on the vocals or like the intro of a rock track. You just like really creative with this. But let's try to dial in a quick foundation for this woman's voice.
I looked down my window 1,000 times. Same sweet landscape, always a new sunrise. I'm always surprised. My feet click faster down the concrete path. I head north, but really I wanna head south. My mind always off track. I'm stuck inside these dreams. I looked down my window 1,000 times. Same sweet.
And this like playing it in the context of mix, it will help me decide if I want to do 3.2K versus 5K. I feel like those two are the best ones, and I feel like 3.2 is more upfront and more intimate.
I looked down my window 1,000 times. Same sweet landscape, always a new sunrise. I'm always surprised.
Don't forget the level match as you're boosting so it won't trick your ears. That louder is better.
I looked down my window 1,000 times. Same sweet landscape, always a new sunrise. I'm always surprised. My feet click faster down the concrete path. I head north, but really I wanna head south. My mind always off track. I'm stuck inside these dreams. I looked down my window 1,000 times. Same sweet landscape always.
Never before and after.
I looked down my window 1,000 times. I looked down my window 1,000 times. Same sweet landscape, always a new sunrise. I'm always surprised. My feet click faster down the concrete path. I head north, but really I wanna head south.
Let's check it out. I think I put it on some of these background layers as well. And like you could really, this is like would be a really good tool for background layer vocals. And of course, you would do this in the context of having the lead vocal playing on top of it if that's what's going on in the song as well. So you know how much to boost or cut. And since I will have lead vocal basically maintaining the 3.2 area, I would probably move this over to the 5K so it won't clash. And since these are layered backgrounds, you can really, you really want that top end to like really stand out. So I would do a high shelf and just probably go crazy with this. You also want to make sure it's not too sibilant. So in this case, I would just tone it down a little bit, roll off some of that top so it's not too crazy. Let's do a before and after. Let's check out the piano. Let me find it. Just the piano. Make sure I didn't accidentally delete it. guitar. Oh, piano is there. Accidentally put it in with the drums. I think the piano should be playing throughout the song. And the piano is one of those instruments. It's like it can be tricky because depending on the recording and the type of piano, uh, determines how you attack it. Because you don't want the piano sounding too thin and sounding too cheap in a mix, especially when you're trying to get an emotional feel from it. So you just want to really enhance what's there and really that roomy, muddy mid range and bottom end. You want to make sure it's not crowding everything, and you also want to make sure you're not losing nothing. I know the filters is not just set points. You can move the filter. You have more freedom with the filters. I just was clicking this just for the sake of the video. Before and after. Let's check it out on some strings as well for the last one. With the filters, you want to like choose one if you feel like you need to use the filter. Once you feel like you lost something in a certain frequency, that's when you dial it back, maybe a notch or two. Yeah, 220, I feel like I'm losing, so I would dial it back to 127. before and after. Just try to get some of those elements that we played, that we mix. Let's try to see if we could get them all at once and do a before and after that way. Let's do I'm gonna do a before and after. And of course, I didn't add the rest of the kit in the room and stuff. And of course, in the context of a full mix, it's better to mix everything together. So as you can see, the oohs and ahs, like you probably turn down some of that brightness, but for the most part, you can do a full mix with this EQ, I say, or you could just use this as a good foundational point for the basics of the mix, like the drum bus, the guitars, guitar group, background vocals, get the lead vocal to a good starting point and just tweak from there. So do I say, is it worth buying? Yes, I would say it is worth the buy. So yeah, let me know what plugin that I need to review next, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Be on the lookout for more videos like this. Thank you.